it's Alyce and welcome to my January book haul video. So, remember how I said for my New Year's resolution that I hoped that I was going to haul less books throughout 2022 and I was going to try and buy less books? That was apparently a lie because I've got 3 stacks of books in front of me and I did not think I'd hauled this many. It probably doesn't help that there's quite a few pre-orders that have come in. We've also got some Christmas gifts that I have to haul because I realised at the end of filming last month's video that I'd actually missed out like a whole stack of books that my mum gave Sean and I. So we're going to start off with those because I'm so sorry, Mum, I can't believe I managed to forget those. And I've also managed to completely lose one despite the fact that I had them all together. One has disappeared and Sean was like, no, it's definitely with them, but it has completely disappeared. So I do have a proof of the 2 O'Clock Boy by Mark Hill to show you at some point, because she's definitely in the house and I definitely got given her, but I just have no idea where she's gone. But I'll show you the rest of my Christmas gifts first, and then we'll move on to the many books I've managed to acquire this month. So we'll start off with the proof that Mum got me with the 2 O'Clock Boy, and that was Goodbye Perfect by Sarah Barnard. So this is an absolutely gorgeous, my kind of book, proof with the yellow daisies all over the front, and it's one of my favourite Sarah Barnard books. Sarah Barnard is one of my favourite authors. She writes UKYA contemporary novels, and this one is about a girl whose best friend runs away with a teacher. So she has to work out why her best friend has done this, why she didn't tell her what was going on, and has to work out how to find her so that she can bring her home safely. This won the YA Book Prize a couple of years ago, well-deserved winner. I think Sarah Barnard should have won for A Quiet Kind of Thunder and that wasn't even shortlisted, so I'm glad that she at least won with Goodbye Perfect. But I'm looking forward to reading more of her work in the future, and it's just nice to have this one to add to my collection. Talking of collections, I have the gorgeous collector's editions of Six of Crows, Shadow and Bone, and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. So I own Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom in paperbacks, and I have a proof of Six of Crows as well, but I never had them in hardbacks, and I've got King of Scars and Rule of Wolves in hardbacks, so now these match those. And obviously Shadow and Bone, I have 2 paperback copies and the other 2 are also in paperback, but now I have this gorgeous collector's edition hardcover to match them, and I hadn't noticed how gorgeous the end papers are. Oh my god, these are stunning. On the back of Shadow and Bone it says like calls to like. On Six of Crows, it's No Mourners, No Funerals, and on Crooked Kingdom, it's When You Can't Beat the Odds, Change the Game. So these are just the stunning editions. They've got the sprayed edges, and Mum kindly got me a bundle pack of all 3 of them, and I'm absolutely over the moon. Aw, that's really sweet. It's got like a letter from Leigh, like, printed in. Oh, and it's got the map as the end papers as well. Nice! These are so much more stunning than I even realised. Holy hell. But yes, so thank you, Mum, for getting me these, and hopefully I will read Six of Crows this year, because I was planning on catching up with the series last year and that did not happen. And this set of books was from Mum for Sean, and these are the Power of 5 books by Anthony Horowitz. We actually read Ravensgate together last year, really enjoyed it, wanted to carry on with the other ones and we haven't had a chance to yet, so Mum bought this set for him, and they're really, really stunning editions, so they're going to look beautiful on our shelves. So thank you, Mum, on Sean's behalf. Now I will move on to some books that you've probably seen in other videos from us. So to start with, we've got the beautiful Madeline Miller Illumicrate box set, which I've recently hauled. And this is Cersei and the Song of Achilles. I admittedly have never read either of these books. I just think that these editions are stunning and I want to read them and I'm sure I'm going to love them, so why not buy them? They are signed and have some gorgeous end papers as well. And they're just very, very beautiful. So they look really nice in the slipcase on my shelf, and hopefully I will love the insides as much as I love the outsides. If I can get them back in. And on these spines it says, Rare Moments When Another Soul Dips Near Yours, which is from Cersei, and I Would Know Him in Death at the End of the World, which is from the Song of Achilles. I have December's Fairy Loot books to show you, which is Year of the Weeper by Lucia? Lucia? I'm not sure. And The Coldest Touch by Isabelle Sterling. So this was the main book in the box, and it is complete with signed bookplate and under the dust jacket foiling and under the dust jacket artwork. always Fairy Loot with their gorgeous customizations. And I think this entire cover is actually unique because normally it has a person on the cover and this instead has, I think Sean said it's a morning star and I didn't know it was a morning star, but I thought it was a mace. And then the Coldest Touch was the bonus paperback that came with the box, and this has a digital signature and also has a unique cover. I think it's normally different colours, but don't quote me on that, I might be wrong. But I feature both of those in Book Box Battle, as well as the book I've just realised I have managed to leave on the shelf, so I will skedoodle and grab that. And that is A Marvellous Light by Freya Marsker, which was in Illumicrate last month, and this has the gorgeous stenciled edges with the black spray at the top. It has a completely see-through cover, so you can take your men off and then you can put your men back on, and you can take your men off and put them back on, and I still have way too much fun doing that, which is completely messed up of me. And this also signed. So hopefully I will eventually get to show you December's Owl Crate, because that still hasn't arrived. My January box is on its way. My December box still hasn't shipped. At some point you will get a December Owl Crate unboxing from me, probably mid-February at this point. So like, happy Christmas, it's Valentine's Day. But yes, those are the books that I've featured this month so far. So everything else down on this floor stack should be brand new for you to see. So we'll start off with some books that I've gotten from Waterstones, because I've been treating myself to full price books this month because I am a menace. And the first of those is Greta and the Ghost Hunters by Sam Copeland. This is a middle grade book which sounds like it's going to be a cross between Who Let the Gods Out by Maz Evans and City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. City of Ghosts? Yeah, definitely City of Ghosts. So this is the first book in a series, I think. And it's basically somebody who almost dies, then she can see ghosts, and there's like funny ghosts, and it sounds like it's going to be a nice, light-hearted, but also spooky middle grade, and I like that. And it comes with this really, really cool stamp of a ghost, which is like super cute, and so I'm glad I pre-ordered that one. Waterstones also had a half price off of all of their hardbacks sale during the New Year weekend, I think. So, Sean treated himself / treated us to Paradise Lost by John Milton and 1984 by George Orwell in the Clothbound Classics editions. So our Clothbound Classic collection is growing ever larger, and I'm so happy about it. I'm over the moon. This is one of my favourite ones because the yellow is just so bright and vibrant and the eyes look really stunning on them. Paradise Lost also very cool, lots of hands. So yay, more Clothbound Classics. We've got basically a whole shelf now. It's what you call a glow up. I then have 2 books that I bought from Waterstones today, because it's dangerous taking your children to Waterstones for story time because you really, really want to buy books. And the ones I got today are You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McManus, because look at those pages. All of Karen M. McManus's books are sprayed and they're stunning. And I've got the rest of them. I think they're off. They're totally off the screen. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them so far with the sprayed pages looking all gorgeous and stunning and matching editions. So I had to get the new one, especially because it's my favourite colour. And I'm excited, and I don't really know anything about it, but I enjoyed the One of Us is Lying series and I want to read the rest of these. So yeah, get on with it. And I also got sucked in by some more sprayed pages, and those are for Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley. I've been interested in this one since it came out last year. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but these yellow pages, these kind of like creamy, orangey, yellowy pages are just so stunning, and I love them. And it's also got a little signed bookplate in there, which was a lovely surprise, because I'd seen that they were doing signed editions on the website, but I didn't know they were signed with the sprayed pages. So as soon as I saw it, I thought, yeah, I might as well. And also, it's so big. I thought this was going to be like a normal size YA, like 300 pages, but this is nearly 500. This is 494 pages, which is chunky for a YA, but I'm definitely interested in reading it, especially because it sounds like it's a kind of YA new adult crossover mystery, so I want to see what's going on in here. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have been charity shopping a couple of times this month. I know I shouldn't have, but I didn't have many days off work, so just if I was walking home from work a little bit earlier than normal and the charity shops were open, and I thought I would pop in and see if I could get anything, and the answer to that was yes. Yes, I could get things because I'm always going to buy books. So, we'll go from cheapest to most expensive, because that's probably the easiest way that I'm going to be able to grab them. So, The Aristocat Muse by Sigrid Muller. This was one that Sophia picked up because she likes cats. It's kind of like a self-published book about people's cats that they owned, and it was actually free in the charity shop. So I said to Sophia, she has learned that if she wants to buy something, she has to take it up to the counter and she has to pay for it. So I said to her, you don't have to pay for this one, it's free, we can just take it. And she still took it to the counter and she put it down. I said, you have to pay for it by saying thank you. So she said thank you to the person donating in the shop, the person volunteering in the charity shop, and they were like, thank you. And she was over the moon. She was jumping all over the place and it was really cute. So even if I'm not really interested in this one myself, she's really interested in it, and I know it has too many words for her, so we're going to get halfway through a page that has this many words and she is going to flee for her life and not want to read it anymore, but we'll see how it goes. And it's just a really cute, it's just a really cute cat book. I then got two books that cost me like 45p each, and those are Swarm by Scott Westerfeld, Margot Lanigan and Deborah Biancotti. This is the sequel to Zeros. Have I read Zeros yet? No. But Sean's still interested in it. This was really cheap for the sequel, and then we only have to try and get hold of the third one if we do really love the first two. So we've grabbed it for now. We'll see how it goes. As far as I can remember, this is about like a group of teenagers who are super powered and they're called the Zeros and they have to save the world. So it sounds kind of like superhero hijinks. That's a good thing. Hopefully we'll love them. And in the same shop we also got Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, because yes, we already own an edition of this, but we don't own a kind of pearlescent, shiny, beautiful copy that has no creases in the spine whatsoever and a beautiful deer on the front cover. So this was 100% just a cover buy, but then we can read the bashed up copy that we've got and then keep this one to look really pretty on the shelf, and then hopefully get hold of the other ones in this style too, because we've got the later series in the slightly taller paperbacks, so they would look complementary together. It's just pretty. I then have a crossbound classic that I managed to find for 49 pence, and I nearly pooed myself because you never find them for that good of a price, and that is The Tenant of Oldfell Hall by Ambronte. So I don't know much about this. I believe this is Ambronte's one of her only books. I think she might have also written Shirley. It does not tell me in the front, but this is a stunning edition and I'm always interested in reading more classics, and I love collecting the crossbound classics, so to get one for 49p, especially one that's in like perfect condition, not gonna say no. At 125 each, that I also bought today, are three books by Andrzej Sapkowski. This is Sapkowski? Have I been saying that wrong this whole time? I thought it was Sapkowski. Let's pretend I know how to pronounce his surname. But these are books in the Witcher series. I have Blood of Elves, which I already have on my Kindle, but I managed to find a physical copy, so why not? Time of Contempt and The Lady of the Lake. So hopefully I will enjoy these. I'm not sure whether they're actually like consecutive books in the series. They are not. There's one called Baptism of Fire that I do not have yet. Oh, these are quite like... Oh no, okay, I've got the first three now, and The Lady of the Lake is the 7th one. So I've got a few in order, and then an extra one, but I'm interested in reading all of these eventually. Sean wants to read all of these, and we'll probably just pop back to that charity shop again next week just to see if they put any more out on the shelf, because sometimes you'll find that books in a series will be separated out, so they won't all go on the shelf at the same time. But yeah, I couldn't really say no to these for that price, and I'm interested in reading them. 4 more books in a series that I bought, and these were £1.50 each, are Steve Kavanagh's books. So we've got The Defence, The Liar, The Plea, and Twisted. So I already owned 13, 50/50 and The Devil's Advocate. I didn't realise that they were part of the series though. I thought he only wrote standalone novels for some reason. And then when I was looking into it more when I was getting ready to read 50/50, I realised that actually it is part of a series. So I went into the charity shop and they had The Plea and Twisted, which I believe are books 3 and 4, but they didn't have The Liar and The Defence. And I managed to find these in the charity shop today. So... again, this is why I keep popping back to the charity shops, and then I grab more things that aren't just the books in the series that I'm looking for, so that's fine. But we now have these 4 to go with the other 3 of his that I already own, and I will start the series, hopefully absolutely love them because I've seen lots of good recommendations, and then get to binge read them all, which will be fun. Another book that I got for £1.50 was Desperation by Stephen King. This is a chunky Stephen King book that I know literally nothing about apart from the fact that there's a thriving copper mine that has now been eerily abandoned in the middle of the Nevada desert. And that sounds interesting. It sounds very atmospheric, sounds very Stephen King. So I'm interested in reading it eventually. I eventually want to read all of Stephen King's books, but he just keeps releasing more and I keep not reading them. So hopefully I'll catch up at some point. I've also got, for £1.50, the entire Soldier Son trilogy by Robin Hobb. I'm not quite sure. I think these are part of the Elderling. Yeah, so these ones come after the Tawny-Man series. So far I own Assassin's Apprentice, which is the first book in the Farseer trilogy. I own Ship of Magic, which is the first book in the Light Ship Traders. I own The Golden Fall, which is the second book in the Tawny-Man series, and then I own the entire fourth trilogy. So I'm just kind of grabbing these in charity shops as and when I see them, especially these absolutely stunning editions for only £1.50 each. Like, these are absolutely gorgeous, and they're in very, very good condition, so it doesn't look like they've been read at all. Possibly the third one had something spilled on it, because there's like a little bit of discolouring on the pages. But they're in such good condition, and I'm really excited to eventually read these. So why not have them on my shelf ready for later? I then have a book that I got for £1.79, and this was the John Gregory's Bestiary, the Spooks Bestiary Joseph Delaney spin-off companion book thing. I hauled the entire Spooks series last summer, and this was not part of that haul. So when I saw the entire Spooks series in the charity shop and realised there was one that I didn't have, I picked it up. Sophia has already co-opted this. She growls at the spider thing a lot, and she likes growling at the thing at the top too. So I think when I do read the Spooks books, I'm going to be reading them with her, because quite clearly she is interested in these creepy, weepy things. But it's good to have the absolute entire series ready now for when I binge them. I also completely forgot to mention this one, because I did get this one from Waterstones too, and that is the Beetle Collector's Handbook, which is a companion to the Beetle Boy series. Sophia also absolutely loves this one. It has Beetle pictures all throughout it, and she likes showing me the Beetles, so she'll show me the Beetle. And then there's this one. Hold on, can I find it? If Sophia was here, she'll be able to find it like literally instantly. Oh, it's near here. Here we go. It is the Great Diving Beetle. There's a picture of him here, and then there's a really big picture of him at the end. So Sophia likes saying, baby, da-da! And she loves this book, so she is going to find this very educational when we read it properly in the future. But for now, she's learning about beetles visually, which is still a good thing. And last but certainly not least, for a mere £2, I managed to get a hardcover of The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. And this was one of my favourite books when I read it 2 years ago. I gave it 5 stars. I winked. I laughed. I wanted to read it again. And now I can, because we read it out of the library the first time around. So this has a gorgeous... It's really clever because it looks like it's like the library card inserted into the holder. And then it makes sense if you read the book. So read the book. But I'd forgotten they'd done this. The entire hardcover is like completely blank. It doesn't have any distinguishing features on like the spine or on the front. And it's just such a small thing, such a small design choice, but it works so beautifully because it makes sense with the story. So read it if you haven't read it already. I love this book. I will recommend this book until the day that I die because it is gorgeous, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna reread it soon because I want to. Why not? Like, it's amazing. This is one of my favourite books ever, and always will be. So those were the books that I physically hauled this month. Now let me load up my Kindle and see what I hauled on there, because let's be honest, I normally buy a ridiculous amount of books on my Kindle too. Oh no, I've literally missed 2 children's books as well. We managed to get these Mr. Men books too. Mr. Men, My First Shapes, and Mr. Men, My First Colours. Help Ezra learn some more of his words, help Sophia learn some more of her words, because they're both like starting to learn blue and green and things like that, so it would be nice to have them actually learn that pink is pink rather than mama, because that's always funny. But yes, so these will be very helpful as well. We're on 38 books so far, which means we've hauled more than we hauled last month, because last month I think we did 37. But, to be fair... Oh no, because I've also forgotten 2 O'Clock Boy. So 39, but 2, 5... 2 and 5 is 7 and 3. So 10 of these are Christmas presents that we forgot to haul before. So technically, we're on 29 books. That's mildly more acceptable considering we weren't meant to be hauling anything. Here is my phone. Let me check my Kindle app. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. I can't actually remember buying anything on my Kindle this month, but let's be honest, it's me and my Kindle and the fact that all of the books are like 99p. Oh, yeah, okay. There is one that I most 100% definitely did buy this month, and that's The Love Hypothesis by Hazelwood. I've seen nothing but great recommendations about this one, so I decided to pick it up. I'm actually going to be reading this next month because I managed to get this onto my... Oh, this month now? Can't work out when this video is going to go up. This month! I'm going to be reading this in February because I managed to wiggle it onto my January recorded. No, all of my words. I'm actually going to be reading this in February because I managed to get it squeezed onto my February Hook-a-Duck TBR, so hopefully I will love it because a lot of other people love it. And I would like to love it too. I'm going to have to load up my other phone and go onto my Amazon account because that does not look right to me. But I don't know off the top of my head. Bear with me. Sorry, Sean, you were like, oh, the video's nearly over. I don't need to do much more editing. And you're like, why is she getting her phone out? I'm always so good at remembering to get my Kindle books too. Yes, okay, there's definitely 2 books that I bought that I completely forgot that I'd purchased, and those were Iron Gold and Morning Star by Pierce Brown. Do I already own them physically? Yes. Do I already have arcs of them? Yes. Do I already have the Fairy Loot editions of them? Yes, but I didn't have them on my Kindle, and I'm currently in the middle of rereading with a friend, and it's easier to read on my Kindle, especially like walking to and from work. I don't want to be taking fancy signed editions with me, so I purchased them because it's just easier. Convenience. There aren't many books that I own physically that I then buy on my Kindle. It's normally the other way around. If I own it on my Kindle, I'll then buy it physically. So it's very surprising for me to have done that, but it should make things easier. I also ordered The Girl on the Mountain by Mark Lawrence because this was only 99p. I'm low-key thinking of unhauling The Girl in the Stars, so I'm not quite sure why I decided to buy the sequel, but it was just in case I decided not to, because I'm very hesitant to unhaul BookBox books without reading them first, just because the whole point of the BookBox is that you don't know what you're getting, so it pushes you out of your comfort zone when you're reading. So unhauling it without reading it, I'm not sure, but I have mentioned it in an unhaul because I think it's probably going to end up going. And that is officially all of the books that I hauled this month. So 39, 43 in total. That's not terrible. As I said, 10 of those were technically Christmas presents. So 33 if we're being technical about it. So less books than last month. It's fine. And I did say I wanted to unhaul more books than I haul each month, and I definitely unhauled more than 33 books this month. So we're very good. We're very good. I just now need to make sure I unhaul books in February to actually do a February haul. Oh god, why am I doing this to myself? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please leave a comment down below about which book you are most excited to see me read, which books that you've read that you love, if there are any of these books that you hate and you think I should just unhaul them already, if there are any of my beautiful fancy schmancy editions that you love, because I love them, because I love material belongings, which include words and stories. Thank you for watching. We post a new video every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, so we'll see you in a couple of days with another video. Bye! It's a really cute, it's just a really cute cat book. I like cats. She likes cats. We can read cats together. It's also, oh, I thought it had like one of those like moving pictures at the bottom, but it's just like cats licking their paws. I thought it was just like moving. It should have been like, whoa. Still cute. Still cute.